This was the best reading month I've had in my entire life, and I will probably never have another one like it again. Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we are doing our October reading wrap-up, and y'all, this was the best reading month of my life. I've never read this many books in a month, ever. I read 23 books in the month of October. Like, let's just pause for a second. 23 books. That is, I've never done that. And I know y'all look crooked, but this is, it's the best that I could do. All right, so no particular order because I read so many, I can't remember the order that I read them in. So we're just going to start over here. So I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and I gave this one 4 stars. So basically this girl, she answers an ad for an apartment sitting, and some spooky things start to happen. You start to figure out some things that happen in the apartment building, and so good. I highly recommend. So I gave this 4 stars. Also in that same video, I read The Stranger Upstairs. This one was really giving spooky vibes. Like, once it became nighttime, I was like, I cannot read this right now because it was really freaking me out. But I gave this 4 stars, really good. It has had, on Goodreads, there are some mixed reviews. Like, some people hate it, some people love it. I went into this and was just like, I'm just going to make my own assumption about it. And I ended up really liking it. Highly recommend. All right, so I know that I told y'all that I never finished the Twisted series. So here we are. Twisted Hate. I believe I gave this 3.5. I upped it to 4 stars on Goodreads. But I don't know. Not my favorite. I wasn't like rooting for, I was rooting for them, but I don't know. There was just something missing. I did enjoy it. I do recommend. But there was just something missing. I don't know. All right. And then I finished this month was a month of finishing series for me. I finished the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So I read Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. I gave both of these 3 stars. They were okay. Didn't love them. Like with this one, like you see on TikTok, I love the taste of nothing. And then this one had some stuff going on, but I don't know. I loved the first book. Didn't really care for the last 2, but now I can go on and read Six of Crows, which I'm really excited about. Then I read Birthday Girl. I gave this one 4 stars. The reason why, well, it was 3.5 and I brought it up to 4 on Goodreads. The reason why is because, the age gap gets me. She's 19, he's 38. Like, the age gap gets me. It gets me. But if you pretend the age gap isn't there like I did for most of the book, it's really good. Really good. Basically what this is ex-boyfriend's dad. Yeah. Birthday Girl because it's her birthday. And then we read, well, not then, I don't know the order, but Things We Hide from the Light. I gave this 4 stars. I loved this book. Not a 5-star like the first one, but really loved it. I do see how some people said like the mystery aspect kind of took over the book, which I didn't mind. Like, I liked it. It's one of these where if you took out the romance, would there still be a plot? I believe there would be. But yes, really good. I'm excited to read the last one, which is Sloane and Lucian. So I'm saving it because I don't want the series to end. Once again, Lucy Score is an instant buy for me. I can't tell you much about this because it'll ruin like the first book, but so good. And then I read the entire Infernal Devices series. I gave this one 3.5, both of these 5. The first one, it's more of world building. You're kind of learning about the Shadowhunters universe as Tessa is learning. And then the last 2, loved them. The only thing is, like, when you line them up, they make a picture, but that first one is really driving me nuts. But yeah, so in case you, like, for the Shadowhunters universe, I have decided to read it in chronological order. So these books happen in the 1800s, and then the Last Hour series is 20 years after this. And then you can jump into the Mortal Instrument series, which happens in 2007 or 8. So yeah, but highly recommend. I love it. I'm sad that I put off reading these books for so long. I read Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I gave this 5 stars. I gave this 5 stars. Once again, haunted house, like, atmosphere, so freaking good. You don't know what really happened until like the last page. So freaking good. His books are usually hit and miss, but so far 3 out of 4 have been hits. So Really, really enjoyed. Basically, this is about a girl who, when she was 5 years old, her parents bought like this huge house and they only stayed there 20 days. They left in the middle of the night. Her dad ended up writing a book about it, and she goes back after her dad dies to see like what's going on. She ends up inheriting the house. She's going to go back and renovate it to sell, but she's also there to kind of figure out, you know, what happened. Why did we leave in the middle of the night? Like, what went wrong? So highly, highly recommend. I read Love Theoretically. 5 freaking stars. This is my favorite Allie Hazelwood book. I wasn't a fan of the Love Hypothesis. It goes Love Theoretically, then Love on the Brain, and then the Love Hypothesis. So freaking good. So basically, this is about our main character, Elsie. She is a physicist, or a theoretical physicist. Yeah. And she's going for this tenure job at a college where Jack happens to be. But she also works as a fake dater on this website. And she's been fake dating his brother. So good. I ate it up. I read it within 24 hours, within a day. It was so freaking good. Once again, the month of finishing series. I finished the Natural series. Both of these I gave 5 stars, I believe. 5 stars. Yep, both of these I gave 5 stars. So freaking good. Can't really tell you much about it because it'll ruin the series for you. But once again, it's like a YA Criminal Minds. You're following these 5 teenagers that have these special abilities, like one can tell when someone's lying, one can read people's emotions really well. We have 2 that are really good at profiling, and we've got 1 that's really good with statistics and numbers. So highly recommend. I ate this series up. Like, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, I can fly through her books anyway, but just because her writing and her chapters are so short, I feel like I'm just getting through it. But highly, highly recommend. I know this series has been like the talk and the rage on Book Talk and all of that. But anyway. So I also, by Anna Huang, read King of Wrath. This is a arranged marriage romance. So freaking good. I gave this 4 stars, I believe. Yes, 4 stars. Loved it. Wasn't obsessed with it, but would I read this again? Yes. Am I going to continue with the series? Yes. King of Greed just came out. And so I'm really, really excited to continue the series. Some of the characters that are in these books show up in the Twisted series. So this is like kind of like a spin-off of that series, so to say. Once again, finishing series. I read the entire Caraval trilogy. I gave this one 5, 4, 5. 5, 4, 5. Really, really good. I now can jump into Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I'm so excited to get into because the third one, my pre-order came, so I have all 3. So now I can just jump in and binge those like I binge these. So freaking good. This is kind of like Caraval. It's a carnival. Well, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it's a game, and whoever wins, they get like a wish granted from Legend. And through the whole thing, you're reminded, like, not every, like, don't, it's only a game. And I'm really bad at describing these. I'm so sorry. But read them. Really good. I love them. I read Most of All You by Mia Sheridan. I gave this 3.5, and I bumped it up to 4 on Goodreads. I love her writing. Just, I don't know. I was not seeing like the chemistry and stuff between these 2. They got together and I was like, wait, like they've barely like spoken. They barely know anything about each other. So wasn't totally all in with the couple, but enjoyed the book. Also check your trigger warnings because there are some heavy topics that are mentioned in here. Oh, I read Reckless by Elsie Silver. I'm so excited. My pre-order of Hopeless came in, and I'm so excited to read it next. So freaking good. I gave this 5 stars. Daddy Cade from Heartless was my favorite. Theo's now my favorite. And I'm pretty sure that Bo will end up being my favorite after I read Hopeless. So excited. Love this book. So basically it is a secret baby trope, but it's done so well. I highly recommend. And Daddy Theo, love him. All right, I finished my Crowns of Nyaxia series with Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. So basically the first book is described like Hunger Games with vampires. I don't know. It took me a while to get into the first one. This one I liked better than the first one. I gave this 4 stars. The first one I gave 4 stars, but this was a higher 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved the love story in it. I was waiting for her to have her like revenge arc, and that never happened, but that's okay. It ended up ending really, really good. But yeah, so I finished the series. I can't tell you much about it because it'll ruin the first one, but so good. Then a book that surprised me is The Family Game by Catherine Steedman. I read Something in the Water by her and I absolutely hated it. I gave it 1 star. I did not like it, but this one was good. It kind of reminded me of that movie where she marries into the family and then they choose a game, hide and seek, and then like whoever finds her gets to kill her. But with this, she gets engaged to this guy and he is in a very wealthy, very influential family, and she's nervous about meeting them, and he's like, don't let them like change your mind about me, and so it worries you. It makes you think like, what are they gonna do? And the plot twist was great. So good. Like you start figuring out that every woman that has been in his life has died, and so you're trying to figure out why. Was it murder? Was it an accident? Is it all coincidence? Very good. And then my baby. Did I enjoy this book? I don't know. Did I? You see all those green tabs? That's for one of the male main characters. As you can see, I was in love with him. And y'all, I finally read Fourth Wing. 6 stars. 6 million stars. Like, that plot twist at the end, I need that second one right now. I pre-ordered the second one. I need it here today. It comes in 7 days. I'm so freaking excited for it. It comes next week. I cannot wait. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of a book. I'm going to drop whatever I'm reading to read Iron Flame because I need to know what happens next. Y'all, these annotations, like, I got out my sticky notes. Like, it was serious. Like, I have never annotated a book so much. Like, this has been my favorite read probably of the year so far. So freaking good. And as you can tell from this month, I've really been in like a fantasy kick. And I really want to pick up Once Upon a Broken Heart today. I think I might. I've started reading tomorrow. But because I'm in a fantasy mood, it's just wrong book, wrong time. Or right book, wrong time. So I think I'm going to set it aside. And I've been trying to get through a Sophie Lark book, Brutal Prince, one of her mafia romance books. But once again, right book, wrong time, because I don't want to, like, I have there's only so much fantasy romance that I can read before it all runs out. And so, yeah, so I may put those 2 books down and pick up a fantasy romance or just a fantasy because that's the mood that I've been in. But anyway, those are the 20, did I say 23? Yeah, books that I read in the month of October. How many books did you read? Let me know down below. If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe. Join my bookish family. It would make my day. And I will see you in my next one where we will be picking out our November TBR.